Are we putting them in the oven?
Nope, they're no bake.
Oh.
Cool them off like that.
And then you have peanut butter chocolate cookies.
Peanut butter chocolate oatmeal cookies.
Peanut butter chocolate oatmeal cookies.
Hmm?
Hooray. Hooray. You just have to make everything right. And then you have to let it cool down. And then you got peanut butter chocolate oatmeal cookies. Mama, when you look on the bottom, it looks like Mama.
Looks like Mama?
No, Mama. You should come over here and look. Look, it looks like that when you... Come here so I can show you. When you lift it up and look under when these cookies are on, you see this. Or this. Or...
Have our oatmeal, our peanut butter, our sugar, oatmeal milk. Milk and butter. And our cocoa powder.
Cocoa powder? Then where's the cocoa powder?
Right there.
Oh. Can I help you put the butter in?
Well, next time, you sure can.
Are we making more right now?
Yeah, we're gonna go through the whole recipe.
So what we doing first?
4 minutes. Stick a couple of those in the freezer.
3 minutes. 3 minutes or so. Are you playing? So 3 minutes. less than half. Sorry. Less than a half minute.
1.5 out of 3?
No. 3 and less than a half minutes. I mean seconds. Oh, 2 less than a half. I'm gonna tickle me so much downstairs.
You want a hair clip in? Or one of your hairbands?
No.
No?
Daddy,
It would keep the hair out of your face. You could, and out of our cookies.
Yeah. No one hair in the cookies.
Let's go get a
Go
hairband.
find a hair something.
Hurry quick, you got
Go.
2 minutes.
Go. Go.
You got 1,000
Go.
hairbands in your headband. A headband. Go wear a headband. I know. You don't call it precisely the right thing. Audio's live, right? Audio's live, right?
Yep. Audio is live. Nobody's watching currently, so whatever.
Get me some applesauce for the other one. Excuse me, the other one. The chocolate muffins. For the second shift.
I understood that part. Are you saying you forgot to get it?
No, I thought I had it. But
We're
I only
in
have
a
like the
second.
mango and strawberry applesauce.
Can be entertaining with the strawberry, I guess.
I can't do it because the seconds are too fast. Tickle me for every second.
Stitches. Nope, don't. You're gonna break them.
What does it sound like in there?
Sounds like some little kid squealing and giggling. Oh, go. Okay, so.
Time to make them.
Almost.
Then let's get baking. If we can. Daddy?
We're not baking today. They're no bakes.
Yeah.
No, for like the
Hello.
our
Welcome back. Today we're going to make no bake oatmeal.
cookie.
So here we have some we just made. They're still really soft. I put a couple in the freezer, see if they'll set up. Not so much. So we'll get started. And when we're done, we'll have those ready. So we're going to slide these over here.
And start making the no bake oatmeal.
Chocolate cookies. No bake oatmeal chocolate cookies. Okay, so the first thing we need in here is some chocolate for the chocolate cookies.
Chocolate.
Chocolate. There's a spoon
Chocolate.
over there that has some chocolate on it.
So this is the spoon for chocolate?
That's a spoon for chocolate. You want 3 tablespoons of chocolate powder. Not quite that heaping, so go like that and brush it off and put it in there. Alright, do that 2 more times. Oh, keep it. There you go. That's good. along. Oh, that's good right there. It doesn't have to be flat. All right, now tap it on the edge of the pan. Okay.
Now
Now we need sugar because
Oh.
that is unsweetened cocoa powder. So, no,
so we don't need sweetened stuff.
All right, so we need 2 cups of white sugar. There's a cup over there.
A cup?
A cup. We need 2 of those.
Mama?
No, we need it full.
Wait, Mama, why can't we do this thing where we pour from one cup into the other?
That's for flour. You don't really need to do that for sugar. You just need to get it full to the top and level. Okay?
Oh, yeah, you also need it in
All
level.
right, there's one. Pour that in the pan.
And how many more do we need?
One more.
Can I do it this time?
Well, you can try.
I'm gonna do it this time.
Oh, that'll take forever. Let's do Let's try it like this. There we go. Go ahead and put that in there. And then,
I'm measuring so I can get a mountain of sugar.
you're trying to make a mountain.
Yay, I made the mountain of sugar I wanted.
These are really easy, but you really need an adult to work with you because they get hot, right? These are super fun to make on a afternoon, even in the middle of a hot summer, right? So now we need a 1/2 cup of butter. 1/2 cup of butter is 1 stick.
I'm gonna do it.
All right. Try not to get butter on the label there. We want it all in the pan. Got it?
Oh.
Oh, there we go. A little bit over there. There we go. All right, 1/2 cup of butter and 1/2 cup of milk. So,
Milk?
yep. Here we have this. You see where it says 1/2? Which one says 1/2?
The one, the tiny little one.
The 1/2? That's 1/2, okay? I'm going to carefully pour the milk. Tell me when to stop. Keep it flat.
Done.
Okay, put that in the pan. Okay. So, now I'm going to put the pan over here on the stove.
Mhm.
Bring your stove. And we're going to turn it to medium. It's going to boil, but we want it to boil slowly. So we're going to stir and get the milk and the chocolate and the sugar all mixed up.
And it's gonna make chocolate drizzle.
Uh-huh.
And
And
Can
then
I
we're
try
gonna,
Mama's?
well, can you stir really slow?
I
Okay.
want a strawberry.
Keep very careful because you're over a hot stove. Don't worry about the butter, it'll melt.
I'm putting chocolate on.
Alright. So we're gonna let that cook for a few minutes and we're gonna go over and fix the oatmeal part.
Mhm.
Make sure you don't have any sugar chunks not mixed up because that'll stick to the pan.
Dish and dish.
Okay. First thing we want in here is 3 cups, this is our bowl, of quick cooking oats. That doesn't quite fit in there, so you'll have to fill it with your hand. Or you can use that, yeah.
I'm using this. Mama, are we gonna sell some of these cookies?
No, you're taking these cookies to your sleepover.
Oh, the sleepover that I'm having with Raya, Kenny, Elsha and Xander
Uh-huh.
because Aiden moved to Hawaii.
Yep, that was one. How many do we need?
2 more.
Alright.
So half a cup and half a cup. Make
Yeah, but that's not quite full, so you might need, don't stomp on it. Just put a few more in it. That's alright. There. Alright, one more. You're getting very good at measuring, Miss Grace.
Oh,
Now, here, try your finger for that.
okay.
See, fingers are good for a lot of things. That's 3, right? Okay,
So
wait.
we get the peanut
need-
butter.
Half a cup of peanut butter.
Half a cup of peanut
If you're
butter.
allergic to peanuts, you can use almond butter or,
Anything else?
yeah, whatever nut you like. I've heard of walnut butter.
Walnut butter?
Walnut butter, I know.
It's crazy. Can I try
Sunflower
one
butter,
more?
we've had sunflower butter. We didn't care for that as much as some of the others.
Mama, can I try?
Hold on, you can put it in the bowl. And we use Adam's Crunchy.
Wow.
You do want to use Crunchy to give it a little more texture. Alright, I want you to put that in the bowl and clean out this cup with your finger. Run your finger around the inside and scrape it off on the edge of the bowl. Don't put it in your mouth. Alright. Alright, that's a pretty good job. Can I help a little? And then I'll get you a rag. Alright, now you can lick your finger. Now that it's not going back in the bowl. Alright, wipe off. Wipe your hands off. One more thing to go in that big bowl.
Which is?
1 tablespoon of vanilla. That seems like a lot, but so
This is the tablespoon.
that is a tablespoon. This is the vanilla.
Oh, let's put it in.
And in we go. And then
Wait, Mama, can I
we
smell
take our
it?
vanilla. Smells yummy, doesn't it?
I know, but it doesn't taste yummy by itself, but it makes everything else have a little more yumminess.
Mmm, it smells so nice when it's cooking too, huh? Alright, so we're mixing up the peanut butter and the oatmeal and the vanilla just a little bit to get it all spread out evenly.
I'm gonna go over there and check on this stuff.
Okay, I will go with you since it's over a hot stove. Alright, so we're going to stir gently.
Mama, can I do it?
Remember, gently. Now, about the time the butter melts, it'll get a little bit bubbly. So we need to get all the chocolate broken up in there.
I'm getting hot.
I know. Yeah, well, lean back a little. Alright.
Mama, you take care of this for a minute. I'll be over there.
Doing what? Keeping off?
Mixing that more.
Okay. The camera's going to stay here though, okay? Because we want to see this when it starts bubbling. And when it does start bubbling,
Mama, does the camera go wherever you go?
the camera goes where Daddy tells it to go. Once it starts bubbling, we only want it to bubble for 60 to 90 seconds. So maybe a minute, minute and a half. Alright, it's getting ready. See how it's getting a frothy bit on top there? Oh, and there's some bubbles over here on the edge.
Mama, can I stir, Mama?
Mm-hmm.
What? Can I hold for a minute?
You need to keep it gentle, and there you go. Alright, let's get the rest of that butter worked in, because it's starting to boil. Alright, so we're just going to watch it boil for a minute here.
And what?
I know you're hot, but these cookies are so quick. You're only hot for a minute. Then we pour them out, and we let them cool. And you have tasty, tasty cookies for your friends.
Mama, I'm going to go over here. Daddy, where did you tell the camera to go?
Do you suppose it's been a minute?
Mm-hmm.
While it's boiling, you want to keep stirring it so it doesn't boil over. Because chocolate on your burner is really unpleasant.
Mama?
And we're still at medium heat, so chocolate has a very low boiling point.
Mama?
Okay, here we go.
Can I help her?
Nope, this is the mama's only part. Alright, what you can do is stir while I pour. Pick up that spoon. Alright, we're going to pour this in there. And you're going to stir carefully. Don't get your hand under there. Alright. And remember, that was just boiling, so that's how hot that is. And we really want to get water in that pan right away so it doesn't get sticky. Okay, so we need to get all the oatmeal off of the bottom.
And mix it into everything
Alright.
that we put in that bowl.
And now, if you could scoot over please, the rest of the mama's only part comes in. And that is the part where we pour the hot batter onto wax paper.
Wax poo-poo.
Wax paper.
Hey,
So while I do that,
Pinky.
why don't you stick a finger in the freezer and see if those other ones are hard yet. And this should make, ouch,
These
About-
two are hard and
24,
oh.
almost, getting there. Is that here? Almost. 24 medium-sized cookies. You made the dishwasher mad at you that you
Don't hurt yourself.
Why did I make them mad?
pulled on it.
And
Alright, so this will make about 24 cookies, about that size. And we let them cool. And when they're done cooling,
we put them in the pan. Put them in
these
the
are
pan.
not quite cool, but they will come out whole cookies like this. They'll be harder. They'll be firmer. They'll be cookier. And then we eat them. And we share them with our friends. You can taste the vanilla, huh? And that is me and Grace making no-bake chocolate oatmeal cookies on a hot summer day. We thank you for joining us, don't we? And we'll see you next time. So bye-bye.